So the US-Israeli war on Iran continues to rage on. Washington has been increasingly isolated as its NATO allies have refused to get drawn into a larger conflict. And this manifested itself yet again as France has now joined China and Russia to veto the use of military measures against Iran. Bahrain, which currently chairs the 15-member United Nations Security Council, had drafted the resolution backed by the United States, approving all necessary means, including military force, to guarantee free passage through the Strait of Hormuz. But Russia, China, and interestingly France, which is a close American ally, reportedly opposed it, citing their principled position to authorizing the use of military force. Now, being permanent UNSC members, they have the power to veto any resolution. And a day earlier, the French President Emmanuel Macron had expressed a strong opposition to America's proposed options of forcibly clearing the Strait of Hormuz through a military operation.
That has never been the option we have chosen, and we consider it unrealistic. It is unrealistic because it would take an endless amount of time and would expose all those passing through this strait to coastal threats from the Revolutionary Guards, who have the means to do so, as well as to ballistic missiles and all sorts of other risks.
Now, France's stance coincided with Iran allowing its container ship Kribi safe passage through Hormuz on the 2nd of April. This was in fact the first French-owned vessel to make it through the strategic waterway since the beginning of the war. Previously, only ships from India, China, Russia, Iraq and Pakistan were being allowed to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And even though the United States and Israel had continued to bombard Iran, Tehran's stranglehold over the Strait of Hormuz has contributed to a global energy crisis. While countries like Iraq and Kuwait have been forced to cut oil production, Iran's average daily revenue from oil exports has grown from about 115 million American dollars in February to 139 million American dollars in March. And now China has also made its stance pretty clear, linking the Hormuz disruptions to the United States and Israel's illegal war on Iran. According to Beijing, authorizing countries to use force will be amounting to legitimizing this war itself and will lead to further escalation of the situation.
The root cause of interruptions to navigation through the Strait of Hormuz is the United States and Israel's illegal military operations against Iran. Only through a ceasefire and the cessation of conflict, realizing peace and stability in the Gulf region, can safe and smooth passage through international shipping routes be fundamentally safeguarded.
With US President Donald Trump's conflicting stance in addressing the virtual closure of the Strait of Hormuz, it is apparent that an early end to the global energy crisis is unlikely. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.